And what's up, guys? It's Jesse here, and today we have a Pittsburgh torque wrench. We're going to be learning all about torque wrenches today as we hit skill level 7, I believe. 6 or 7, one of them. And this will be a very important item going forward as we do our mechanic journey. And I got this doodad for under 20 bucks. So far as I know, it's got a nice little carrying case. I bought it from Harbor Freight before I get too far ahead of myself. $19.99 with tax, a little over $20. So I can't say under 20 because it's at 20, but still a $20 value, which ain't bad. I don't think it's bad anyways. And yeah, comes with a nice little carrying case. So let's bust this bad boy open and see how it looks. Oh yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was in plastic and I took it out of plastic. Please forgive me. So, pretty good, pretty solid, pretty heavy built. Got a conversion table for you. I don't think you'll need the conversion table because it has, oh Lord. It has the torque specs right here, and I'll break that down in a minute. So, the importance of the torque wrench and why it is at this skill level, because we will be using it, right? So we got to learn the tool, and I mean, you wouldn't think it, but even something like this valve cover is like 7 pounds torqued on, and honestly, I didn't think it would be possible, but pretty much the rods and the head on this car, you can use this wrench. This wrench goes up to 80 pounds, and I mean, I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. I'm not like savvy on torque wrenches or torque specs, but I thought it would be more. I think the head on here is 61 to 63 pounds, while the rods are 21 to 23 pounds, I believe. So yeah, so this thing's gonna work out. This might be the only torque wrench we have to buy. I'm not sure. Now, with the all-knowing internet, and before I get any further, the all-knowing internet, y'all corrected me for the 3/4 ratchet. It's 3/8, I know, but I got love for y'all because, you know, part of being humble is being able to take criticism. Right, so how can we grow and be better if we can't take criticism? So how can I grow and be a better mechanic and work on my car if I can't take criticism, right? So yeah. Now there is a difference. You know, if you're into the shorts or TikTok, you might see some videos on there where I may have blocked some people for being buttheads. And that's just so be it. They're just being buttheads to be buttheads, right? So let's move on and let's learn about the torque wrench. So why is this important? First off, why it's important to learn it, we don't want to over torque anything, right? We over torque one of these valve cover bolts and it's going to break and be in the head, and that's going to be expensive, right? If we're doing something to the car and we don't torque it enough, it might come out, you know, it might come loose, it might cause an accident, it might cause some expensive damage. So that's why today we're going to go through this and try to learn it the best we can. So let's get started on the torque wrench itself. So on the torque wrench itself, you have this bottom knob right here, the lock and unlock, and it tells you what direction. So it's all the way unlocked, so we can adjust the knurled handle. And you see these numbers on the knurled handle? I'm about to explain these. So here's your torque. I don't know if you can see it because it's pretty small, but we're at 5 pounds right now. So we have a 0 on 5, on line 5, which means it's exactly 5. And when you go to 1, that means it's 6. When you go to 2, that means 7. You get what I'm saying here. Okay. So now that we have that down, that is how you operate. Actually, now I have it at 5, 6, and 7. I had it at 10. That would have been a big mistake if I was working on something. You know what I mean? So, like a basic ratchet, this is a 3/8 drive, by the way, not a 3/4. It's a 3/8 drive. Hello, internet. You have your righty tighty. And you have your lefty loosey. So it works like a basic ratchet. So anyways, how about we get started? Okay guys, so what we're going to practice on is one of these valve cover bolts, and pray to God I don't mess up and break it off in the head. But alrighty tighty. So valve cover bolts on this Honda will be 7 pounds, and I'm gonna do 5. And then we're gonna twist to lock it. Hold on one sec. Alright, twist to lock it. And when it hits the 7, when it hits the 5, it's gonna click. So you do a slow, steady turn, and it's not clicking. Uh-oh. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, and it clicked. So there you have it. It's a very light click. It wasn't very loud. Oh, and it clicked. It does not click loud at all. Alright guys, so that is how you use it. And before we wrap this up, we're just going to go over some quick tips. And we'll wrap this video up. So tip number 1 is always be smooth. Never jerk it. Always be smooth. Tip number 2 would be when you're doing your smooth pull. On this one, you feel the click more than you hear it, if that makes sense. So once that click happens, release, so we don't break any bolts and this don't become more expensive than it should be. Always approach your target. You know, like this bolt, it's a 7. I went at a 5. Always approach from below, never over. You don't want to overshoot and over torque. And anytime we put this thing up, we're going to release all the pressure off of it, right? So we're going to put it to 5, and we're going to lock the mechanism. Also, if you ever drop it, be sure that you get it professionally calibrated so it don't get knocked off. Alright guys, I think that may be everything. I'm sure if it ain't, somebody will comment and somebody will correct me, and that's all good. It's all love. I appreciate everybody's support. I hope this was helpful. I learned more about a torque wrench than I knew. I didn't know nothing about torque wrench, and now I kind of know my way around this one at least. So yeah, we can get started on to the next skill level. So yeah, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'm also on TikTok. See you guys next video.